Hello, Philippines. Welcome to another Wednesday triple header at the Filbasket 2022 Summer Championship. Coming at you from the Muntinlupa Sports Center. And this is our slate of games today. They are all juicy, mouth-watering encounters. AMA against Nueva Ecija. Pasig takes on San Juan, and then the Tanduay Rum Masters will be duking it out with Kuala Lumpur a seal in our third and final match. Ako po si Bob Guerrero. Kasama ko ngayon si Mike Perez, and glad that you could join us here for the first matchup between AMA and Nueva Ecija. Mike, I'm sure you gotta expect that you know, AMA, they're gonna fight hard even though dehadong-dehado sila.
Oh, definitely. These guys are out to compete, even though, katulad nga sinabi mo, medyo dehado from a side and a half standpoint. But these guys are out here in Filbasket to compete and not just to go away from any competition.
Gusto lang namin ipakilala ang aming third member of our broadcast panel, Sam Coloso. Glad you could join us, Sam.
Thank you, Bob. Big game day for both of our teams today, so we'll see how that turns out. Bob, Coach Mike?
Thank you. Looking forward to your reports later on. Silipin muna natin ang standings natin dito sa Filbasket 2022 Summer Championship. Just the one undefeated team remaining. And that's the Tanduay Rum Masters. You're going to see them in action. You look at the records of Nueva Ecija and AMA, looks like it's Nueva Ecija definitely the favorite here, Coach.
That's right. And, you know, Nueva Ecija losing a kind of close game versus Tanduay could have gone either way. And so this really favors, in a way, Nueva Ecija, considering, again, the size and the heft of these two teams.
And so definitely Nueva Ecija will be the big favorite. They're much taller. They're much more experienced. However, this AMA online education, we were saying off camera, you know, one of these teams, these collegiate teams, there are two of them, could spring a surprise, especially with a player like Luke Parcero.
Of course, Luke Parcero, when they initially came out here in Filbasket, that's when people started noticing the talent that this guy has. And of course, the team of AMA is, again, going to rely on the usual contributions from a shooting standpoint of this guy, Luke Parcero. And they're going to be looking for him, of course, with the assistance of Irvin Mendoza.
Irvin Mendoza, he's gonna have to go up against this guy, Michael Mabulak, a very strong player at this level, Coach.
Yeah, tall order for the big guys of AMA, the Pinedas and the Alinos. No, it's a tall order for them. And Mabulak has been perfect from the field and last time out, and really drilled all those paint points for Nueva Ecija over that win in Kuala Lumpur.
That is correct. So Michael Mabulak is gonna face a challenge against a very solid and motivated AMA team. They lost big time, but there were moments here against Bacolod where they showed that they could really play, Coach Mike.
That's right. And you know, these two started separating ways on the very first playing day, and AMA, of course, lost to ABB 61-94, and that shooting miserably from that last game. You're shooting 29% and only 16% from the field, including the three-point percentage. They also got out-rebounded and out-hustled by 50 and 63, and out-orchestrated, able to just come up with 15 assists versus the 30 of the Bacolod All-Stars.
Dito naman sa panig ng Nueva Ecija, that opening day loss stung, and then they reeled off 4 straight wins, and they just have so many weapons.
Yeah, Nueva Ecija really just won over Kuala Lumpur. One word, two words that describe that game, it's paint domination. 62 out of 38 on the rebound standpoint, points in paint 46 versus 16, and assists totally 25 versus 15 for a 42% clip shooting for Nueva Ecija.
Let's see if Michael Mabula can recapture that magic. And we'll turn you now over to our Barker to get things going here on Filbasket.
Magandang hapon mga ka-Filbasket! Welcome to the Muntinlupa Sports Center for the continuation of the 2022 Filbasket Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. It's the first game of our triple header featuring AMA Online Education going up against the Nueva Ecija Capitals. Let's meet the starters first for your AMA online education. At guard 5'8" from Antipolo City, number 12, J.R. De La Rosa. Also at guard 5'10" from Quezon City, number 26, Earl Ceniza. At center 6'4" from Lipas City, Batangas, number 10, Nikon Alina. At forward 6'2" from Marikina City, number 24, Irvin Mendoza. And at the other forward, 6 feet from Imus Cavite, number 41, Luke Parcero. Their head coach is Mark Herrera. And now the starting lineup for your Nueva Ecija Capitals. At forward 6'2" from Philippine Christian University, number 20, Stephen Siruma. At forward 6'4" from Far Eastern University, number 25, Toto Bringas. At center 6'5" from San Carlos University, number 14, Will Macaroni. At guard 5'10" from San Sebastian College Recoletas, number 0, Pamboy Raimundo. And at the other guard 5'10" from Adamson University, number 48, Harold Dang. Their head coach is Gerson Cabildes. Okay, officials.
Chief Alan referee 1, Eric De and referee 2, Ryan Soriano.
Mendoza, Parcero, Alina De La Rosa, and Earl Ceniza starting for online education. Meanwhile, Siruma, Bringas, Macaloni, Raimundo, and surprisingly, Harold Nung gets the nod to start this game off. He is says he's kind of like a playing assistant coach for Gerson Cabildes, and he had the distinction of having 2 4-point plays in one game when we were over in San Jose. So we've got J.R. De La Rosa, who's shown a lot of character and toughness, being shadowed by Pamboy Raimundo. De La Rosa lifts AMA to the opening lead, 2-0. It's a long 2, Mike.
Well, that's a good way to start the game for AMA Online. You know, this is going to be a tough order for them to go up against the bigger guys of Nueva Ecija. But right now, they're doing good, at least on the first 2 sets here.
Step back jumper from the baseline from Luke Parcero. And just like that, AMA has opened up a surprise 4-0 lead.
Yep, indeed a surprise here for AMA. So let's see what adjustments Nueva Ecija will do. And they would normally just go into the paint and dominate just like that with Macaloni.
Off the miss from Bringas, it's the big Cebuano, Will Macaloni, who puts Nueva Ecija on the board. Glad you could join us, whether you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, Kumu, TikTok, or on the delayed telecast on Solar Sports. As Nikon Alina, the big center from Lipa, Batangas, has hit from beyond the arc, and it's 7-2 now for the Titans.
Wow, and the huge surprise here is that they're perfect from the field, speaking of AMA, but Macaloni immediately answering back with another 2 points inside the paint.
Smart move there from Steven Siruma to dish off to Macaloni. You got to think, if AMA is to be competitive in this match, they must shoot really well from outside, Coach.
I agree. So that, you know, those defensive rebounds don't go the way of Nueva Ecija and, you know, prevent any runs on the side of the dark shirts.
Oh, that's a poor pass picked up by Pamboy Raimundo, the error from Earl Ceniza. Bring us a long 2, no good. Nobody there for the rebound.
Well, one thing that Coach Gerson told his team, as I was talking to Collado earlier was that they still play at their same level. Hindi sila bababa sa level ng AMA or whatever their level is. They just play their same level regardless of whoever their opponent is.
Not sure if that was the best option from JR as he goes for the drive. It is batted away. 7 seconds ang natitira dito sa shot clock para sa AMA. Alina, I thought Alina had the jumper there.
That's right, and maybe that shows the confidence on his outside shot. That's why he had to bring that ball closer to the rim in order to make that shot.
Yeah, but then he hit the three-pointer earlier.
Yep.
JR, Parcero, 9-4. AMA has opened up a lead here with 7:22
Coach Gerson
to go.
continues to be looking at what his wards have been doing and trying to see any adjustments that he makes. Right now, AMA really just starting well, but the pain points really going Nueva Ecija's way, as always, in every game that they play.
And I think that's what you're going to see, a lot of points in the paint from the likes of Mark Anthony Bringas as Senisa is fouled by Harold Nung.
And foul number 48, Harold Nung, his first.
Just want to remind you that
14 seconds.
Filbasket Summer Championship 2022 is presented by Pure Gold.
You could almost always see the attention that Luke Parcero draws on the defense. Twice already in that baseline out of bounds, they always try to find Luke and prevent him from getting any possessions. At that time, that's a travel call on Luke.
And the passport is stamped on Luke Parcero. Siruma. Pamboy Raimundo, veteran PBA player. Like this guy, Will Macaloni, the reverse. And Macaloni quietly has picked up 6 points.
A very quiet 6 points for Macaloni, the big guy. Taking this opportunity, especially in the absence of Michael Wicos, rested today by Coach Gerson.
That's right.
In preparation, I think, for Friday's game.
They've got a very big roster, does Nueva Ecija. Kaya paminsan-minsan pinapahinga yung mga players. Naalala ko nung nasa San Jose tayo, si Collado naman ang binigyan ng konting rest. And there's a great move there from Macaloni.
Great left-handed undergoal stab of a great pass from Pamboy.
And we have a report now from Sam Coloso.
Thank you, Bob. Para kay Coach Mark Herrera ng AMA Titans, pinakamalakas na team ang kalaban nila today. So what they had to do was double in defense and figure out how to stop those shooters. Wala pa din si Reed Baklig because of his sprained ankle, but hopefully he'll be back for the next game. Sabi lang ni Coach Mark na ipakita na lumalaban. Go hard on the defense and the gang rebound. Bob, Coach Mike?
Thank you so much. Reed Baklig gives a lot of dynamism to their backcourt. So he has a bad wheel and will be recovering. We hope to see him back as JR De La Rosa has given up. And could we see a slam here? No, Bringas is just going to take it off the window.
A stroll in the park for Bringas right there. And it's imperative that AMA Online convert their baskets, because right now they're standing last in terms of rebounds per game, able to get only roughly about 27. And it's very important that those conversions would prevent any other rebounding opportunities for Nueva Ecija and to trigger that run, just like what happened a while ago.
Alina steps to the side, hits another three. And AMA back in top 12-10. Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 Filbasket Summer Championship.
Twice already, Alina's been well set up by AMA for those three. And I think the confidence that he's getting from taking those shots, baka mamaya makita pa tayo mas maraming three-pointers mula dito kay Alina.
Nakamingwit pa siya ng rebound. He is he's from, well, we've got another backward violation here. At nahihiya pa mag-dunk si Will Macaloni as he brings his total to 8 points. And at 12 all, AMA Online has sued for peace.
There's just too much size on that two-man game right there, and Mabulak and Macaloni just too huge for Luke Parcero.
More first quarter action coming up after this. the dashing, intrepid Jai Reyes, the founder of Filbasket. And our commissioner, as Mark Herrera, is in the principal's office again. And that's not the first time and probably not the last, Coach Mike Perez.
That's right. You know, Coach Mark Herrera always very animated, wanting to talk to the referees and having that conversation with them. Well, his team is doing good right now. We're tied at 12, but the defense has ramped up here for Nueva Ecija. Full court press from the inbound pass on the baseline.
Luke Parcero. Mendoza's going to try his luck from three. That's straight to the floor. And we just want to remind everybody that Filbasket is brought to you by Celium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agriculture Corporation. And Will Macaloni there with 2 points and 2 offensive rebounds in one play. Nueva Ecija goes up 14-12.
Racking up stats there para dito kay Macaloni, the big guy inside. So Alinas trying to go for that gap and that drive, and he was clipped.
And here is Will Macaloni. If you don't succeed, try again. And I think the rebounding statistics is one where Nueva Ecija with just a huge advantage. As there's another three-pointer, this time from Alvin Fuentes. And as we called it, online education is hitting it from outside, and that's why they're in the lead here, 15-14.
Yep, they're shooting roughly about 60 to 70% from the three-point region. That's huge for AMA. And looks like these guys are really out here to compete against the big guns of Nueva Ecija. Of course, Nueva Ecija first in almost every stat there is in Filbasket for the 2022 championship season, summer championship season. They're first in points per game at 92, bench points at 56 per game, and that points in the paint that I was talking about earlier, they are number one with 50 points per game inside that paint. Bob.
Amazing, and you're for sure they're going to pile some up here. 14 to shoot para sa AMA. This is Pineda. Bordeos.
Yeah, they went for that split action right now, doing a middle ball screen with Bordeos.
Pineda with the rebound outside. They're Irvin Mendoza, who cannot find the bottom of the basket. Our prize money sponsor this tournament is eMedisure Pharmacy. 1 million pesos ang mapupunta sa ating kampiyon dito sa Filbasket Summer Championship 2022.
Well, miscue right there for Nueva Ecija, always looking to the post on the big guys before their secondary actions come up. But right then, as they swung that ball from strong side to weak, they lost that leather. It's a turnover. Right now, AMA with the possession.
Josh Villamor is in the game. Here's Luke Parcero. Fuentes. To Parcero. He shrugs off one defender and gets the contact and will go to the line.
One thing about Luke Parcero, he loves being manned. Look at that last one. Did a little shimmy, little hesitation, a little pushback, and that fadeaway jumper for the end one.
That's our move of the game, presented to you by Pure Gold. Lead stays at 3, 17-14. Ito naman si Hesed Gabo, former Basilan Steel and QC Capital player.
And of course, Nueva Ecija in the recent game against the Kuala Lumpur Asil, winning 95-69. Total rebounds right there, 62 versus 38 and 21 offensive rebounds. Just again, going back to that weapon of size for Nueva Ecija, again implemented in that game against Kuala Lumpur.
And they've got it 2-3 deep in their depth chart as well.
That's right.
Which is a real luxury at this level. Look, Parcero draws another foul.
What you like about Luke is despite getting all that contact, he's still able to hit those shots. He little push and that contact from behind, he's still able to hoist that shot and with a possibility to get another end one, but he missed that shot. At least you love that as a coach that he's able to do that heave despite through contact.
Sanay na siya.
Mhm.
Minute and 53 left in this first quarter. That's not a typo. AMA is leading by 5. We'd like to thank Contigo Scoreboard Multi-Sports Scoring Solutions for helping us keep track of the scores and other stats.
Scramble defense here
Byron
by
Villarias, and it's Michael Mabulak, one of the guys that we pegged who would have a big game today, picking up his first basket.
right after that zone defense, when things just started getting into deflections, bodies started moving, and the scramble defense. But right there, Nueva Ecija able to recover. Look at Michael Mabulak going up against the guard. Only goes to show the versatility of a Michael Mabulak, even that length on the floor.
4 to shoot. They had to put up a shot now, and it wasn't gonna count anyway from Pineda. Byron Villarias. Villarias for 3. Ayaw ibigay. Philip Manalang with the rebound. Inside to Bobby Balucanag, but the fist is in the air because he had shoved off Luke Parcero.
Luke Parcero anticipating that lob was coming, and so he fronted. And that push coming from Balucanag, turning that leather over to AMA.
AMA already in penalty.
Usual middle ball screen here. And again, there's that hedge by Mabulak. Bad pass.
Talagang ine-espesyalan talaga si Luke Parcero, no?
Yeah, there's very little options, I guess, for coming off a pick and roll or a two-man game with Luke Parcero in there. You just know that he's going to be the one to make that attempt. And you got to get the other guys involved, like Bordeos, like the Mendozas. They got to get involved in the offense for AMA.
Inside to Mabulak. He can't hang on to it. Fuentes.
Oh, nice pass.
Beautiful pass to Josh Villamor. And you got to think, AMA needs more of that kind of team play to stay in this game.
That's right. And right now, I would say that they're doing a pretty decent job sticking close to Nueva Ecija.
And I think this is going to go to a review. That's going to go to a review. We don't have the lights around the...
See how that goes? Oh, that shot's not going to count. Yep.
Hesed Gabo clearly had his hands on the ball when the Goose Eggs came up. It doesn't count, and AMA has taken a shock 5-point lead heading into the second quarter. More action after this. Welcome back. Bob Guerrero and Coach Mike Perez on the call. Bobby Balucanag and the rest of the Nueva Ecija Capitals find themselves at the wrong end of this 21-16 scoreline.
That's right, especially coming off that win against Kuala Lumpur, where you saw 4 players in double figures for Nueva Ecija, namely Wico with 14, who's not playing today, Mabulak with 12, Pamboy and Seruma rounding out those 4 players with 10 apiece. So just equal distribution from a point production standpoint from Nueva Ecija in that game against the Kuala Lumpur team.
Balanced scoring, always such a luxury in basketball. Here's Byron, I'd rather have said Gabo. Villarias. Inside to Mabulak off the glass.
Height really just a disadvantage for AMA right now, especially in that, including in that game against All-Star Bacolod. We see another three right there by Alvin Fuentes. 11 blocks by the All-Star Bacolod teams and allowing AMA only 8 fast break points. Really just complete control of that possession for Bacolod All-Stars.
And the belief is starting to show here for AMA Online Education. They've got a 6-point lead in the second quarter against arguably the best team in this league, although the standings would say it's Tanduay.
Right. And they're doing pretty good at it now. And another three right there by Bordeos.
Albert Bordeos, and it's a three-point shooting party right now, and they've stripped the ball again. Fuentes, why not? Why not? Whoa!
Wow, Fuentes.
30 to 18, AMA in the lead.
Who would have thought that at the start of the second quarter you'd see a 12-point lead for AMA? Well, I guess that zone defense is holding up. But Mabulak says, no, that gotta stop.
Ako ang magsisilbing bumbero dito.
Right.
Give me that hose. I'm gonna train on that fire. And 30 to 20 now. This is Edu Kalani, who's just checked in. Bordeos! No good. Villamor, Edu Kalani.
And the guards of AMA really just going for those offensive rebounds. Long shots give you long rebounds.
Smart pass over to Pineda. He can't get the finish the first time, but the second bite of the cherry works. 32-20, Maverick Pineda.
AMA starting to believe in themselves, Bob, and this is feeling good right now for Coach Mark Herrera.
Manalang off the glass. I just want to remind everyone that Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 Filbasket Summer Championship.
Well, if you're Nueva Ecija, you can't be too confident now. You still gotta have that push for the pedal, and you know, trying to go to your sets. So you see right there, 4 straight points for Nueva Ecija at that time.
You see that the errors from the inexperienced players like Miguel Educalani. Bordeos is being hounded by Philip Manalang.
And more wolf back here for Nueva Ecija. Uyloan coming in. Chris Bitoon.
And there is the Happy Lee assist delivery of the game. Please try Happily, available on Grab Food. Young Katekista from Perpetual Health Binyan. Binyan, huh? Not Rizal, not Las Piñas, Binyan is in the game now for AMA Online Education. What a luxury it is to have Luke Parcero come back in when you're leading by 7.
Right.
Parcero!
Woo! Luke Parcero just pouring it on, Bob.
Just as the 24-second clock expires.
And ang ganda ng activity sa defense nitong AMA right now. But we see that three from Palma. You gotta love the activity defensively by AMA.
Renz Palma brings them to within 6. J.R. De La Rosa.
Little flop. Ooh, nice pass inside.
Katekista, 7 to shoot. Does he know it? Parcero stripped, and we're gonna have an easy basket.
Luan just knew that spin was coming. As Parcero was trying to drive middle, he knew he was coming back and just anticipated that. That pressure is on.
De La Rosa, Katekista. The lead has been whittled down to 4. Parcero, that's a good shot for him to take, but it long off the back rim as J.R. Taganas with the rebound.
Parcero was actually waiting for Erwin Mendoza to roll, but that didn't happen, so he had to take that shot. And loose ball here. Oh, Pineda diving for it.
De La Rosa on Collado. And De La Rosa's thinking, wait, teka, parang mismatch ata to. Katekista na long to Kapos. The rebound falls to Chris Biton, who's lost the handle. Taganas makes it over the timeline. Palma for three. And Pineda's beaten JR Taganas for that rebound.
Well, we've been talking about the action of AMA, but Nueva Ecija slowly chipping down on this lead. It's only a 4-point spread here in favor of AMA.
We'd like to thank Contigo Scoreboard Multi-Sports Scoring Solutions.
And Jay Collado right there caught, sticking a finger on the eye of Luke Parcero.
Parcero with 10 points, tied for game high with Will Macaloni. And I spoke to Gerson Cabiltes earlier in the game. He said he was going to spread out the playing time with his roster. You gotta wonder, can he afford to do that now? JR De La Rosa. De La Rosa!
Woo!
Boy, and that's puputi ata ng maagang buhok ni Gerson Cabiltes niyan.
That lane just opened up for AMA. Oh, another bad pass here by Nueva Ecija.
Chris Bitun tried to pass the ball to Mark Herrera, it seems. Probably not the best idea. 36-30. As you look here, the pure gold move of the game. The mighty might himself, JR De La Rosa.
He's going at Chris Biton right now. Oh, such a joy to watch on that move.
And they picked up, oh, they haven't. Renz Palma can't get it to fall. JR De La Rosa with another basket.
Shots just not falling on that transition for Nueva Ecija.
Inside, outside to Alina Fuentes for three. And there's a foul away from the ball on JR De La Rosa, getting a bit clingy on Chris Bitun. Again, we'd like to thank eMedisure Pharmacy, our prize money sponsor for the Filbasket 2022 Summer Championship. Renz Palma to Iloan. Palma. Nikon Alina with the rebound, and everything's falling into place for AMA Online Education.
And Renz Palma just going inside and trying to get those baskets for Nueva Ecija, but they're not falling. And right there, a little fancy move there for Fuentes.
In the football world, we call that a nutmeg. I don't know what they call it. I guess between the legs. And you don't see that very often.
That's right.
Chris Bitun, former Manila Star. And there's Mark Herrera, hoping that more of his opponents keep on passing him the ball. Bitun stops and pops the little teardrop kind of shot. And they need more of that as they've got the lead to 6 with 2 minutes and 34 to go. AMA still on top. The instant replay of this game is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako. Gonna have a good game. Welcome back. This stubborn AMA team refuses to believe that they're being outclassed here.
That's right, and they've been doing that almost for 2 full quarters already, leading, and Nueva Ecija never pang lumamang in this game.
And Irvin Mendoza is fouled by Uiloan.
What they're trying to do is to get that leather out of the hands of Parcero and let the others beat them. And so it's very important that the other players of AMA deliver. Too much clock wasted here by Villarosa.
Alina, 14 to shoot.
Parcero's going to get that side wing pick and roll again.
And he is stripped. Biton with the nice little spin move, and he's fouled by Fuentes. Filbasket is brought to you by Celium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation. And Luke Parcero will take another break. Chris Biton to Jonathan Oilon, who drains the three-pointer.
That might start something for Jonathan here. Cuts down the lead to 3.
Alina, he's got an open 3. He's gonna take it. He's gonna knock it down. And the Oilon triple is negated.
The big guy Alina surprising us here, Bob. Threes after threes for Alina.
Collado, Biton.
Palma going inside.
No good. Here's Alina showing he's got the handles as well, and he's gonna have an assist.
Woo! Alina just doing it all now.
Uiloan rattles in a three-pointer. We're into the last minute, still a 5-point lead. Nico Alina, the revelation of the last few minutes. Here he is. Saganas on him. He's got good handles for the big guy, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Impressing me in this game, Alina. Gotta kick that shot, though.
Good awareness of the shot clock, and the rebound to Christian Kamay.
So one more possession here for AMA. So again, they go to that side ball screen.
No good from De La Rosa. Shot clock is off. Uiloan, a parking lot 3. Never had a chance. 13 seconds for AMA to add to this lead.
Would be interesting to find out what the talk would be in the huddle of Nueva Ecija at the end of this half.
Alina, no good. And that'll be it for the first 20 minutes. AMA Online Education proving that they belong here in the Filbasket Summer Championship. They have taken it to one of the best teams in the league. And here's an example of their great team play. Nico and Alina with the Happy Lee assist delivery of the game. And 43-38 is the score. AMA on top after 20 minutes, and we will go to halftime, and halftime analysis coming up in a bit. Don't go away.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Bakery, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Gigapower. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chica to chica.
Para more ang saya.
Giga-powered na day! My apologies. Download the Giga Life app and choose Giga Power. Simple, smart to code.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
And on three. 1, 2, 3.
Win.
Hello, Philippines. We're here at halftime of the Filbasket 2022 Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. That's not a typographical error. Unheralded AMA Online Education is leading the Nueva Ecija Capitals 42-38. What an entertaining first half of basketball it was, Coach Mike Perez.
Yep, and Alina's been the story so far for AMA, outside of the rebounds that AMA got. And of course, Macalone able to get about 8 to 10 points in that first quarter alone. And then Luke Parcero doing his magic as well, getting through those seams and even producing through contact. But then again, the big guys like Mabula came in and started restoring order for Nueva Ecija. Points in the paint, the usual game for Nueva Ecija, but those threes really just coming in here for AMA. And they got their own threes on their end, and we were unable to sink that one. And really, it's the threes that's been doing pretty well for AMA, making them lead for the first time in Filbasket, if I'm not mistaken. And by 5 points, shooting 50% from 3 points, while Nueva Ecija getting only 30%. And the inside points really just what's keeping Nueva Ecija close to this match, 26 versus 14. And the bench points from those platoon substitutions of Coach Gerson, able to produce 24 against the 18. And the points of turnover, 13 out of 13 turnovers, producing 11 points for AMA, while as 15 only able to come up with 8 for Nueva Ecija. And leading scorers in here in the first half so far, Luke Parcero with 10, and surprise here is Nikon Alina with 9 points, and Macalone, like what we said earlier, got 10, followed by Oiluan with 8, and Mabulak, and bring us rounding out the scores for Nueva Ecija. Top scores though, with 6 and 4.
But the most shocking statistic really of this first half, 23-17 AMA on top in rebounds. That is just unbelievable. And those guys there, Will Macalone and Anthony Mark Bringas, they'll have something to say about that later on, no doubt.
We expect things will start to tighten up here for Nueva Ecija, as they didn't plan though to be trailing at the half.
11 to shoot. And no good from Fuentes. He said Gabo. Bitoon back to Gabo. Corner 3 from Jonathan Oiluan.
Oiluan's gonna make that zone defense pay for AMA, and they gotta do a better job of closing out. They can't close out too long on the shooters, because that inside presence of the big guys might be a threat as well for AMA. Oh!
No fear from JR De La Rosa. Takes it off the glass. Bitoon. Gabo. And it's Jonathan Oiloan again, copy-paste, corner three.
Notice the lift on the footwork of Nueva Ecija, and the energy's up here at the start of the second half. And they're really looking like they want to finish this game already.
Oh, Alina, everything there but the finish. He wanted a foul. He's not going to get it. Mabulak loses the handle. Parcero stops, pops, shoots, misses.
And Nueva Ecija now trying to go for that lead. Balukanag. Oh! That's going to be a difficult cover for Parcero inside the paint against Mabulak anytime.
But you like Luke Parcero, you know, known as a scorer, going in there, doing some dirty work, mixing it up with Michael Mabulak and telling him you're not going to get your points easy.
Well, one of the more senior statesmen here for AMA, Lucero, just showing how to compete here for the young guns. Right now, while they're up by one, precariously by 1 point, I'm sure Nueva Ecija is going to start ramping up their effort here.
And the former JRU Bomber misses both. As our prize money sponsor is brought to us by eMedisure Pharmacy.
And Pineda right there able to miss that basket, but Irvin Mendoza able to collect that and turn it into points. And they say they want to settle now. Settle for a while, wait for that offense to set out in the half court. They're up by 3 points.
Still in the lead.
Right. Look at that matchup. Balukanag versus De La Rosa. Oh, what a dandy right there for De La Rosa over Balukanag.
It's a long two, so 49-44. J.R. De La Rosa having a career game today against a good club.
With how he shot that, Bob, we should have given him a 3.
He's up to 8 points right now. Right. J.R. De La Rosa. And this instant play is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako. Said Gabo, Chris Bitoon. The corner three is down. And we'll turn you over now to Sam Coloso.
Thank you, Bob. Hindi masaya si Coach Gerson na wala ngang free throw attempts on the first half of the game. Sabi niya sa players to play the game straightforward at i-apply yung ginawa nung practice, which is to take good rhythm shots, locate the shooters, go hard on offensive rebounding, and force them to commit errors. Bob, Coach Mike?
Thank you so much. So he wants more free throws. I guess he wants his men to go into that paint a little bit more, Coach Mike.
Yeah, and to just execute what they do in practice. Remember, these guys went up against Kuala Lumpur and executed that plan to the letter, and they want to do the same versus AMA.
Meanwhile, J.R. De La Rosa is just unstoppable here. He's up to double digits. And no, it's not a shooting foul. Check that.
So it's going to be a sideline out of bounds for AMA. That lead is just 2 points, Bob, and Nueva Ecija just can't get over that hump.
6 minutes 45 to go. Luke Parcero. Hounded by Gabo, and Gabo tags him. Check that, it's an offensive foul. You make the call here, Coach Mike.
Yep, pinahirapan yung opensa doon. Binantayan ng gusto. Ayun, kita naman natin, hook na hook yung ginawa ni Luke Parcero on that defense by Hesed Gabo.
Balukanag is fouled there by Maverick Pineda.
And itong Nueva Ecija, of course, known for their interior passing. Right there, Balukanag trying to feed off that cut, but unable to convert because of that foul.
And here's another turnover won by AMA. Si Parcero pa naka-turnover, no?
Correct. And Parcero talagang pinapakita niya na lalaban at lalaban ng AMA. As I was talking to him at the start of the match, I said, medyo lamang sa height yung kalaban natin, Nueva Ecija, anong gagawin yun? Laban lang kami. At wala naman kaming ibang dito kundi mag-compete and to show the young guys of this team that we can compete even at this level.
Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 Filbasket Summer Championship, and De La Rosa continues to press his case. You know, the funny thing is, okay, AMA is from a collegiate team. They're playing a more in a league with a lot more experienced players. But a funny thing happens in sports. When you play against better teams, you end up becoming better as well.
That's right. And like what they say, to be the best, you have to beat the best. And this is, I guess, what's on the mind of AMA right now. And De La Rosa has been a difficult cover for Balucanag, considering speed is advantage to De La Rosa versus Balucanag.
He's now up to 11 points.
There goes that zone defense once again.
Gabo is fouled, and AMA is in penalty.
What Nueva Ecija is trying to do, as soon as they see that breakdown on that zone, they try to take advantage of that and move men immediately to those open slots.
And look at the luxury items that Jerson Cabiltes has on his bench.
Yep. But if you're AMA, you really just want to keep this close until the fourth quarter and to give yourselves an opportunity to beat this team. And that would be a shocker if that happens. Oh, pass.
We've seen stranger things in basketball and here in Filbasket as well. And you got to say Mark Herrera has to be commended for his game plan today.
Right. And the boys are playing very loose, no pressure at all.
And they're hitting the threes.
Right.
Villarias. Gabo outside to Bituon. Tries to find Villarias, and it'll work out as a nice little assist there. A bit of good fortune to Michael Mabulak, and I believe Nueva Ecija has taken their first lead of the game.
That's right. Well, Nueva Ecija able to make that basket, but I love the deflections on that defense by AMA, trying to interrupt that passing lane.
Shot clock. And they're going to count it. Look, Parcero getting up to 12 points, leaving it very late. Chris Bituon, corner three, no good.
And there's a hook. I believe that's going to be called on Balucanag.
Filbasket is brought to you by Celium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation.
Gusto ko yung mga ganyang mga guard. As we see that move there by Parcero, beating that 24-second shot clock. But I love guards who don't just score but also rebound and play the defensive end of the floor. It just gives you much more, I guess, options as a coach to be able to play him in both ends of the floor.
Yung hindi tamad, no? Talagang hindi one-trick pony.
Right.
Yung dirty work, tinatanggap. Here's Parcero. Stop and pop. Count it. And Ama have opened up a three-point lead. Sandali lang lumamang ang Nueva Ecija.
Yep, and when you see Luke Parcero dip that left shoulder, you always know that he's gonna go for a drive or a shot. That's been his signature so far. And that's been working in this game.
Well, a lot of us would have thought that by the third quarter it'd be a blowout. This is the instant replay of that Parcero basket, brought to you by Smart. Simple Smart ako.
Again, dropping that left shoulder, going to the left side, and pulling up on a range that is very comfortable, speaking of Luke Parcero.
De La Rosa outside. There is the three-pointer by Albert Bordeos. That's no good. Fast break. And Pamboy Raimundo can only bat it to JR De La Rosa.
May konting giggle factor na rin babang ang Nueva Ecija, because right now they're still trailing after being up by one, and quickly AMA able to regain possession again and get another shot.
Steal by Joshua Villamor. Bordeos. 9 to shoot. Parcero has to take this corner three, and he's not gonna miss.
Woo! Boy, look, Parcero's making an impression here.
17 big points for the gunner of AMA Online Education.
This is a far cry from the Nueva Ecija that we saw against Kuala Lumpur. Oh, beautiful pass there.
Renz Palma off the ball from Byron Villarias, and they will need that to settle down. Or rather, Pamboy Raimundo with the dish.
Well, Pamboy on the floor, of course, to settle down his team and try to get them back, but De La Rosa's just all over the place.
Somebody tell De La Rosa that he's giving up 3 or 4 inches on everybody. You know, somebody tell him. He doesn't know. Neither does the score sheet. And the defender there took a big risk on that play, didn't he?
Right, right. But sometimes it's good to not to know, Bob. Sometimes it is.
Albert Cordeos ang may tanga ng bola. And nasundot. And there will be 11 seconds here for the Titans. Taganas in, Mabulak out. And here is the Happily assist delivery of the game. Paalala lang ng Happily, mga order nyo sa Grab Food.
And Coach Gerson still very comfortable there, knowing that his team is still in this. And they know they could make that one run that would separate them. But De La Rosa, Villamor rather.
Off the glass, 61-55. Byron Villarias. Taganas. Raimundo swings it over to Renz Palma. The basketball gods will just give a rebound to J.R. Taganas, who will go to the line. It's a fellow Bedan here, J.R. Taganas, and
that's right.
One of those really smart, kind of undersized big men that you see here in Filbasket.
Right, he knows how to use his body, able to move his legs. And one action though that we don't see from Nueva Ecija, I think, ever in this match is that high-low between Mabulak and Collado. That's never happened, primarily because these guys have never played together on the floor in this game yet. So while we're seeing points in the paint, it's a different domination compared to how they did that in versus Kuala Lumpur.
There's Taganas, the former Bulacan Kuya. That's where I first saw him play, and we're gonna get an easy basket on the other side from Fuentes. Alvin Fuentes.
Very nice press break there by AMA.
Villarias, Pumalog. Raimundo to Taganas. And did he step on the line, or was that a foul? There is the finish from Alvin Fuentes. Taganas back to the line as he's now made 3 of 3. There's Gerson Cabiltes. That's a coach under pressure. Pineda checks out. Pineda goes by the name of Arthur, and he's also known as Maverick. And now Alina's back in the game, and the press is not broken. Villarias will miss, and so will one of his buddies, Renz Palma, and Nueva Ecija making life hard on themselves.
And look at that effort. Beautiful steal there, but you gotta convert on the other end. Villarias will miss an easy gimme. Palma as well. And that third crack, also a miss here for Nueva Ecija.
Shouldn't Villarias be using the backboard there on that layup?
Yup. But I guess it's more sexy to just be laying it up without hitting the board.
Steven Seruma, one of the big men here of Nueva Ecija. 37 years old as that free throw goes down. 63-61. Manalang in for Villarias. And the press is on for Nueva Ecija. Dito, malalaman natin kung gaano kagaling ang mga guardia ng AMA, and they successfully get the ball over the timeline.
Pressure is on for Nueva Ecija. Talagang kita mo, very agile sila now.
Wow. And the ball is just, after all that effort, the ball is just given away.
Gotta set this up though. Chance to at least equalize here for Nueva Ecija.
Siruma. Palma with the fake and still can't get the finish.
Wow, what is happening, Bob? You go back to that Kuala Lumpur game, they got 62 paint points. But right now, they just can't seem to get anything, especially in the third.
It's like the leprechaun from Boston Garden has showed up here and is giving AMA Online Education a hand. 32 seconds left. And it's a split from Shaq Taganas, and here is De La Rosa, and he stepped on the line, he's forced out. And this is where an inexperienced side like AMA Online is really vulnerable, Coach.
Some of the coaches would teach, you don't beat the press off a dribble. You try to get it through passes, advancing that ladder, moving guys from the back into the front, instead of just merely trying to dribble it out.
You'll draw a crowd.
Right.
And it's so hard to get rid of the ball.
Right.
Uiloan.
Weave action here.
Manalang. Boy, oh boy, the field goal percentage.
That's going to be very interesting to see. And it's not like they're taking it from the outside. They're shooting it very close to the rim.
Last touches Nueva Ecija. They got 9.8 seconds. They will take the last shot, you would think. De La Rosa, that's the guy you want to give it to. And he loses a handle. And Palma has let that one fly with 0.8 seconds.
Too hurried a shot for Palma. Could have brought it much closer.
I thought De La Rosa, when he got that ball, he should have tried and stayed far away and size up the situation. And that'll be it for the third quarter. AMA are clinging on to the slimmest of leads. They're 10 minutes away from one of the biggest upsets in Filbasket history. They lead Nueva Ecija 63-62. Luke Parcero, this is what we expect from him, Coach Mike.
Yep, definitely. And again, once that side of the floor gets opened up for Luke, he's going to take advantage of that. Each of those plays that we saw, he scored points all on that left side of the floor. And Luke Parcero just leading the way for AMA.
63-62, fourth quarter coming up. Don't go away. Here we go, fourth quarter action. AMA somehow, some way, still in the lead. And you gotta ask, when is this Cinderella carriage of AMA gonna turn into a pumpkin?
Right.
It hasn't happened yet, and we're in the fourth quarter.
And Luke Parcero scoring 17 already after 3 quarters, followed by De La Rosa with 13, Alina with 9, Fuentes as well contributing 11. So it's really an overall effort here for AMA. And this fourth quarter is going to be very interesting.
Oiloan, they're not giving him that three-pointer. He'll take it off a second bite, and Jonathan Oiloan has given Nueva Ecija, surprise, surprise, full court press para sa Capitals.
That's 3 already from Oiloan on that spot from 3.
Parcero, strong to the hoop. He will, I think, go to the line as he's fouled by Oiloan.
Little jab step going left, dips that left shoulder again, drives, and he's gonna go for the free throws as he was fouled in the act.
We are tied again. We would like to thank Contigo Scoreboard Multi-Sports Scoring Solutions para sa kanilang suporta. And Nueva Ecija is going to a rolled inbound. How about that?
Well, I guess this is where you miss the hustle of Michael Wico, rather.
And we've got a foul away from the ball. Oh!
3-second violation. That play took too long to develop for Nueva Ecija.
Careless turnover, and stepping is the call on Joshua Villamor as Oiloan has hounded him into the turnover.
The size of Oiloan and the dribbling capability of AMA tested that time, and Nueva Ecija just getting that leather back.
Raimundo likes the three-point shot. It doesn't go down, and Michael Mabulak gives Nueva Ecija the lead. Villamor.
Gotta stay in front, gotta stay in front.
Looks like a three-guard formation here. Villamor, Fuentes, and De La Rosa, unless Fuentes is a three.
Uh-oh.
And that's over the backward there from Nikon Alina.
But that was a good set there for AMA, Bob.
And I think we're going to need some help getting that ball out of there.
I'm not going up there.
This doesn't happen very often. This is the back wedgie, and
Right.
Pamboy Raimundo, PBA veteran, is going to be our hero there.
But I like that play, though, by AMA. You have the best guy to create outside the fluke, Parcero, De La Rosa, feeding off Alina. And that shot really just didn't go in, but that was a good set for AMA.
The jumper is no good. Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 Filbasket Summer Championship. J.R. De La Rosa, Parcero is fouled by Pamboy Raimundo.
Nueva Ecija actually getting their shots, but they're just not making it. The looks are there.
Yeah.
Usual looks for everyone, including that last attempt there by Manalang. Now they're making it very difficult to do the inbounds.
And Fuentes, there's the backing violation. You gotta give credit to the Nueva Ecija Capitals for just hounding all the potential receivers on that play.
Right. But you gotta convert. You gotta convert when you get that possession. You gotta look inside. That's where you get most of your points. You gotta look for your big men. There you go.
Foul inside.
That's his fourth. One on AMA. Albert Correos for Alvin Fuentes. Risky one for Philip Manala.
Well, Mabulak with a very pedestrian 12 points here. You expect more considering the advantage and height here.
Still 8 minutes to go. Bitoon for three. No good. Mabulak. He heard you, Coach Mike. He heard you. He's got an earpiece in there.
That's right, he says, kailangan nang ilabas yung mga laro natin dyan. Can't afford to lose this match.
Villamor, that's a good shot for him to take. Wide open, nothing but net. And AMA are just 1 point away. That was a 3-point lead for Nueva Ecija. I believe that was their biggest of the game. Gabo, Palma inside to Mabulak. Bitoon. Bituon out to Palma. And there's Pambay Raimundo with that weird shovel shot of his. And Luke Parcero off the dish from Albert Bordeos gives them back the lead. 7 minutes to go and AMA are still in the lead.
Activity on both ends of the floor for AMA. It's doing wonders for them. And the Hesed Gabo. Wow, Bob.
The experience of Hesed Gabo to quell this uprising.
De La Rosa once again.
Parcero for three! And AMA goes right back on top. There's belief. They know that they can win this game, that they're good enough.
Wow, and there's actually that good chance that AMA might upset Nueva Ecija here. Of course, Nueva Ecija again coming out of that very big game against Kuala Lumpur. And right now, those pain points just not falling as Luke Parcero able to sink that one again for AMA.
Mendoza's in the game to help neutralize Mabulak, and there's a turnover. De La Rosa is gonna wait for his friends. Gets the pick off, trying to get the pick off Arthur Pineda. Shot clock is down to 6. JR De La Rosa will miss wildly. Jonathan Uylon. Hesed Gabo dishes to Mabulak, who is hacked.
Mikey Mabulak right there had an open lane. But duty foul given up by Pineda. Didn't want to give up that easy two for Mabulak.
Wala pa naman sila sa
penalty. Yeah.
Penalty. There's the three-pointer, and we've got over the backward part 2. Happily is available on Grab Food. Please check them out. Some Korean goodness in your day from Happily. Thank you for your support for Filbasket. Here's Albert Bordeos. Luke Parcero, 14 on the shot clock. Parcero, step back, long 2. Doesn't get the roll. Gabo storming down the court. He's gonna go all the way. Change favor, 73-72 para sa Nueva Ecija.
And look at the other end, AMA setting this up.
5 minutes to go, and it's still a competitive game. Full credit to AMA Online Education.
Oh, bad pass there by De La Rosa.
And in crunch time, will the inexperience of AMA Online show up? Hesed Gabo with the pure gold move of the game, and just right under the defense of Luke Parcero. Oiloan for 3. Bituon. 15-footer, that's his shot. 3-point lead now for the Capitals.
That's indeed his shot. Dribbling from the corner up to that right elbow. Favor for Chris Bituon. He loves that shot.
Parcero. Bituon's on him.
Good defense there.
And here's Hesed Gabo. They're going to make it 77-72. No timeout yet called by Mark Herrera. Very interesting, Coach Mike.
Right, biggest lead so far of Nueva Ecija at 5 at the 4-minute mark of the 4th quarter. They got to string a series of defensive stops here. They want to beat the AMA.
De La Rosa. Oh, big basket. Big basket to keep it at a 1-possession game. 77-74. JR De La Rosa, an extraordinary game he's played today for his side. Bituon, long 2, gets it to fall. Chris Bitoon with 4 massive points here in the fourth quarter. 79-74, the Capitals lead. This instant replay brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action after this. Welcome back. 5-point lead. AMA with possession. The press is back. Not quite as brutal as it was in the beginning of the fourth quarter as Fuentes. And it's last touch. De La Rosa. Another late turnover. There have been a bunch of them. Filbasket is brought to you by Celium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation. Interesting that Nueva Ecija calls timeout right after a timeout, Coach Mike.
That's right, and they tried to take advantage of that exchange of the guards for AMA.
We'll be back with the last 4 minutes after this. Welcome back. 2 quick timeouts. Jerson Cabiltes needs his team to focus. Mark Herrera needs his team to keep on believing that they can still win this game, although they've fallen down now by 5. Earl Ceniza shadowing Kesed Gabo.
Oh, beautiful dive there by Balucanag.
Bobby Balucanag off the glass.
Good setup there for Nueva Ecija off the horns play. Dropping down Taganas and making Balucanag roll to that spot on the floor.
Another turnover. It's a backing violation from Parcero. And the turnovers are starting to pile up. Balucanag's strong move here on Irvin Mendoza.
This is where experience starts coming in, Bob. And the adjustments here for AMA. We'll see how it goes. Oh, what a drive!
83-74. Nueva Ecija doing what we thought they would do in the second quarter.
Yep.
Just kind of pull away.
Yeah.
They've left it late, but they've got the cushion. May huling hirit pa ba kaya ang AMA with JR De La Rosa? 2 seconds. Slow developing play there, Mike.
Yep. They took too much time off the clock and to the advantage of Nueva Ecija. Now they gotta put some more points between them.
Kesed Gabo doesn't use the pick. And it's going to be a foul.
Foul number 26, Earl Ceniza, his first 14th foul.
Alina's going to come back in the game.
Well, Ceniza going out after Hesed Gabo just blew past this defense twice. And I think Hesed Gabo loving that matchup with Ceniza. And we'll see how this change of the guards here for AMA would play, especially against Hesed Gabo.
Cruz in the game for AMA. as it's now a double-digit lead. I think AMA needs a three-pointer here. They're down by 11.
Double-digit deficit for the very first time here for AMA.
The last 2 minutes is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako. JR De La Rosa ang nagtitimon. What's his idea?
Again, he's taking too much time off the clock.
Cruz, he's just come into the game cold, takes the three, and not surprisingly, will not see it fall. Minute 36. One more basket should really do it if it's not done already. 11-point lead para sa Nueva Ecija.
It's a mismatch right here between Biton and Cruz. You want to take advantage of that.
And that's a foul. And AMA are on penalty. Already a 4-possession game.
Difficult possession for Cruz on those last two possessions. Had to take that three on the other end and had to defend against Biton on the defensive side of the floor. Very difficult cover there for Cruz.
Tough assignments.
Yep.
And this will make it a 5-possession game and should put things to bed. AMA have fought hard, but this gallant stand is going to fall short. They're down by 13 with a minute and 20 and change to go. We'll take a break here at Filbasket. Welcome back. Basketball fans of all ages coming out to see Filbasket. Paalala lang na triple header tayo ngayon, so 2 more games coming up. Cruz, he doesn't have all day. Parcero needs a quick basket. They can't use up too much clock. Parcero, he'll be fouled.
Look at the defense of Jonathan Uyloan stopping Parcero right there.
Parang nawala yung extra pass dito sa AMA education.
Yep. And I think they scouted Luke Parcero very well, especially as this game developed. They knew that every time that going to that left, if he stops, he's going to spin going right. They're just waiting for that spin to come.
Nico Nalina, why not? That's his 4th of the game. 12 points for Nico Nalina.
The last time we saw him sink a three was what, in the first half? We never saw that in the third though.
87-77. Nueva Ecija wisely just using the clock, and Mabulak will take that one down. 89-77, and AMA still calling time.
Beautiful high-low play there.
The Happy Lee assist delivery of the game. Reminder to get your Happy Lee food via Grab Food. We'll take another break. shall be Balukanag. In the end, Nueva Ecija will pick up the win and go to 5-1. And there's a three-pointer from the little-used JC Yambao. It's a three-possession game, actually. So if they get a stop here and score another three-pointer, things will get a little bit interesting. But
Right.
Mabulak on Parcero, that's a mismatch.
Well, I don't think Nueva Ecija will allow that to happen. So Mabulak right there, trying to close out this game. And grabe yung resilience na pinakita rin itong AMA all throughout the three quarters, at least for 3.5 quarters above.
To hang around for 3.5 quarters against one of the top teams in the league is a credit to them and their coaching staff, as Yambao will miss. Last 11 seconds. Cross the timeline and then put the ball on the wood. And that'll be it. Nueva Ecija Capitals escape a real banana skin and dodge a bullet here as they make it a 91-80 win against a valiant AMA Online Education. And you gotta hand it to AMA, they really made this a tough game for Nueva Ecija.
That's right. And sabi nga ni Coach Gerson kanina sa mga players niya is not to go down to the level of any of the teams that they go up against. And this time, nahirapan silang to get back to their own level and to be able to regain and eventually win this match versus AMA. Tough, gallant stand by AMA against Nueva Ecija, and credit again to the coaching staff and the players of AMA.
They hit their threes, their guards performed very well. They hung in there. But really just too many turnovers in the end game. Give credit also to Nueva Ecija na sobrang kulit ng defense nila. And Nueva Ecija gets the W. And a lot of great performances here for the Nueva Ecija Capitals. Michael Mabulak leading all scorers with 18 points. Jonathan Uylon with 16, and Hesed Gabo quietly amassing 13 points. But isang player lang ang nahirang namin as best player of the game, and he is with Sam Coloso.
Thank you, Bob. We're here with our Pure Gold best player of the game, Jonathan Uylon. Jonathan, we've seen you struggled at the first three quarters of the game. What was the most challenging part? Take me through that.
You know, we definitely got humbled. You know, we can't take anyone lightly in this league. Just glory to God, Lord Jesus Christ. You know, He gave us the strength, and you know, it's a good wake-up call. You know, we really need to stay locked in from the beginning.
What was on your mind coming into this game, Jonathan?
You know, again, our team kind of relaxed, and Coach was saying that we can't be complacent, and we need to, from the get-go, from first quarter to the fourth quarter, we got to give it our all, and we got humbled. And again, we can't take any teams lightly here. We got to really focus on all the teams.
Sinong gusto mong batiin, Jonathan?
First, I just want to say hi to my girlfriend. You know, she's been supportive all along, Abby Rolova, and the Rolova family, the Uylon family, Boss Bong, Boss Ivan, all the Nueva Ecija staff and management, and to the coaching staff and the fans. Thank you. Keep supporting us. God bless.
Thank you so much, and congratulations, Jonathan. Back to you, Bob and Coach Mike.
Thank you so much, Sam. And the best player of the game, of course, presented by Pure Gold. 91-80 is the score. So on behalf of my partner, Mike Perez, Coach Mike Perez, and Sam Coloso, this is Bob Greer saying bye for now, but do stick around. Coming up, we've got a good one. The Pasig Santa Lucia Realtors taking on the San Juan Knights.